Got to break out of the box. That is the mantra that all business leaders are issuing to their employees and their HR departments. We've got to think creatively and strategically in order to revitalize and rejuvenate our sales curve and lower costs and so on. Thanks for joining me. My name is Hinderaker. This is Wow Biz, and we are talking to Jerry Mishlik at the Salvation Army Kroc Center in South Omaha, Nebraska. It's a fabulous place and a great place for employees to come to really think out of the box. Jerry Mishlik, thanks for joining me on Wow Biz.
Thanks, Lynn. It's great to be with you.
Now, why is it so important to think creatively and innovate at this point, and what's the big deal? Why should anybody leave the office?
Well, you know, businesses are challenged even more than ever with all the financial pressures, the changing market dynamics, and their customers are getting more and more selective about the types of businesses that they want to do business with. Yeah. So that places a much greater demand on employees to think outside the box, to come up with creative solutions for customer loyalty, for employee engagement.
Right. And it's not the easiest thing to do. I mean, it's easier said than done sometimes. You know, everybody come up with some great new ideas, but when you're in the same building, in the same office, everybody's sitting together in the same meetings, it's not easy to foster new ideas. There's some kind of a physical correlation between environment and thinking patterns. Is that true?
That's absolutely right. You know, we are human beings, and we get stuck in a rut, and we're very accustomed to doing the same thing over and over again, and that's what's comfortable to us. So really getting outside of our normal environment really helps to stimulate other ideas and ways of thinking.
That's right. I think that's absolutely true. I intuitively sense that if I don't actually know that for sure. You know, when people are searching for a facility, want to get out of the office, they hope that they can think some new thoughts and come up with some new successful strategies. Jerry, what should they be looking for in a facility? How do you assess one and say this is perfect for us as opposed to something else?
Well, I think there are a couple of main things that people ought to think about. One is, first, what would they really like to accomplish out of this particular meeting or event? And then secondly, what's the best facility that will meet their needs, and do they have professional resources on staff in order to help them ensure that the event, that the meeting is as effective as it can be?
You know, Jerry, I notice as I'm here at the Salvation Army Kroc Center in Omaha, it's a very colorful place. There are some unusual spaces, high ceilings. It's not the same old surface area, some very interesting treatments with natural light and inset windows and so on. Does all of that add up to some incremental boost insofar as creativity when people are working here?
Absolutely. Even things such as natural light, being exposed to natural light can make a huge difference in the way our minds are able to be more clear and to think and create and collaborate and work together.
That's an amazing thing. You know, Jerry Mishlik, I didn't really realize this, but she is a true consultant and is a trainer in emotional intelligence. Now, these are qualities that most people don't realize, and you don't really expect that when you're working with a marketing director, vice president of business development like she is at Salvation Army. I couldn't believe that she is a true consultant. It's great. You know, as I'm evaluating somebody that represents a facility, obviously they're trying to sell their services or rent a room or whatever, what should I be looking for from that person? Is there any way they can add value or inject some creativity into the process? Because I may not be a professional at organizing meetings. I just had the responsibility thrust on me. What can I look for from a facility planner or professional?
Now, most people are not meeting planning experts, and so you really need someone on site that has that background and experience, who can ask the right questions and help you identify what your needs might be in terms of the type of food, the type of audiovisual equipment, access to the internet, how the room is set up, which can make a huge difference in terms of the impact of a meeting or a conversation. So someone who really wants to partner with you and not just rent the space.
And kind of get into the nature and the unique spirit of this particular meeting. You know, there are some cool tactics out there we've seen with multimedia and screens and people on laptops twittering in real time while the meeting is going on. Are you talking about those kinds of tactics?
Absolutely, especially for large groups, that having those real-time opportunities is a tremendous way to help build the energy in the room.
Yeah, I've actually seen people transcribing the different comments as a group is having brainstorming sessions, and then when they see them up on a large screen in the room, then they kind of thread one to the other and they overlap, and that's where the real creativity seems to overlap and emerge.
That's right. People are really looking oftentimes for opportunities to build community and do it with the people in the room as well as potentially people elsewhere in this country or in the state or even in the world.
Yeah, and technology obviously helps us do that. Let's talk specifically for just a minute, Jerry, about the Salvation Army Kroc Center. What does it have here? This is a very unique place. I mean, tell us a few of the features and benefits that people enjoy once they set up a meeting here.
Sure. Well, this building gives them a variety of opportunities. It's a large multi-use space, offers traditional meeting space such as classrooms, but also beautiful large group areas with a lot of natural light, professional acoustics, even opportunities for team building or fun off-site events in the aquatic center or in the gymnasium, and we have staff that can help plan that as well.
I think it'd be a great idea to take an employee and throw them in the pool and say, now think of a great idea while you're swimming around and no treading water, right? All right. Well, when you want to think out of the box, you want to think about this particular facility, the Salvation Army Kroc Center in South Omaha. Jerry Michalik is giving us the tips and the trends. Now you're cutting edge, you're equipped, you're empowered. You can go ahead and innovate. Go to the boss, tell him I know where to go to get it done. My name is Hinderaker. Thanks for joining me on Wow Biz.